feel like in certain senses I wasn't black enough. I be tasting my lip gloss. I don't like that. I'm just sorry because I'm about to sit here and make a whole bunch of excuses for why I haven't been here and why I haven't recorded, but they're valid. But before anything, let me just introduce myself. So my name is Kechi, and if you have not been to my channel before, well, we just started, so I have just been trying to cleanse. Like, there's just so much that's been going on with the world, like the coronavirus, all these black people dying. Like, my heart goes out to the families and go out to everybody who's ever lost a loved one to police brutality. I'm tired of seeing All Lives Matter on Twitter.
Get out my face with that. Get out my face with that crap.
I've seen a lot of reviews about the HBCU and PWI experience, and I think it's finally time for me to, you know, address my experience.
Before we proceed with this video, please ignore my frontal. I did not know that it looked a mess like that, but just listen to the information being told and let's just ignore that. Thanks so much.
Before we get into all the other details, let me just say this video is opinionated, okay? I'm not saying this to bash HBCUs. I'm not saying this to come reckless at any HBCU students. Like, this video isn't that. And all the negativity, So I had to moisturize my hands because they were ashy. I didn't want to put that on video. In my previous video, I did say that I was transferring to a new school. I didn't disclose the school, but I will tell you guys now. The school that I attended was Lincoln University in Pennsylvania. Lincoln University, I believe, is the first HBCU that actually grants you with a degree. So that is why they usually say they're the first. I did leave Lincoln. I really do feel like I'm gonna miss so much of it. Before I even made this video, I had to take so much time to myself to really be like, how did I feel about this experience? So I took a couple months to really sit down and reflect on how I felt about school. The reason why I left, because I feel like I get these questions so much, like all my friends, other people be asking me, why did you leave? Why'd you leave? The reason I left was because I personally wanted to go to a school where I felt like I could be my 100% self. And now that's one of the reasons why, but it's not the only reason. Another reason why I left was because the opportunities program wise, dealing with what my major is, I wanted to go to a different school and, you know, succeed at their program, because I wasn't in the nursing program at Lincoln, but I did want to be a part of that nursing program. And then I just got my own personal reviews when I got there, and I was just like, okay, like, this might not work the way I thought it was gonna work. So I decided that maybe going to a different school was probably best for me. And I personally did not feel like I was getting what I was paying for. I am an out-of-state student, so I believe I was paying around like 30, I think it was 31,000, 30, around something like that. I was like, hey, yo, I'm spending all this money to come here and I'm not really getting what I was paying for. So I was a little confused. The last reason is that I was too far from home. I'm not gonna lie, like, I missed my family. I really have a really strong bond with my siblings, and we didn't get close until I believe right before I went to school. And it just got really upsetting when I had to leave them. Like, when I tell you we're like this, we are like this. Like, that is our bond. I missed every single one of them. I was so like upset a lot of times. I didn't even have my own like car up there, and I was just like, I didn't want to be too far away from home, which it wasn't too far, but I didn't want to be that far either way. I ended up transferring to another school, and I haven't went yet because obviously coronavirus got in the way. But we gonna talk about that because it was so bad. I just want to talk about the pros and cons with the HBCU. And for me, like with every school or with every place, I feel like there's still pros and cons. I would honestly say the same thing about PWIs. There's pros and cons to going to PWI, so I will discuss my pros and cons. I felt like I was around people that were like me in the sense, you know, skin. We bonded a lot much like quicker than I probably would with someone at a PWI. It was very easy to find people that you were cool with and people who take you in for who you are and don't just see your skin color first. You want to be somewhere where you're accepted for who you are and things that you can't change. And I personally was like, you know what, it made me feel really good, a lot more confident majority of the time. So that was definitely my pro. Like, I was just happy to be there and be a part of people that, you know, get it, like they understand firsthand what it's like to have this skin color automatically. Oh my gosh, now this is what I was trying to talk about, the events. Like, I promise you, nothing gets crazy like an HBCU homecoming. Nothing goes crazy like HBCU homecoming. And unfortunately, like this year, it wasn't lit. And I was a little confused. I was like, I just came here and I want to have fun. I want to have like a good homecoming. Homecoming was ass. I ain't about to sit here and lie to y'all. Homecoming was ass. And everybody knows it was ass. But I did have fun though, because I invited my friend at the time and we went up there and we had the best time. Like, before coronavirus happened, I promise you, Spring Fling was about to be a movie. I feel like some people were like not really looking forward to Spring Fling, but I was, because I was gonna invite my friends, my siblings that are old enough to come. They were gonna come and we were gonna have like a good time. And at the time I had a single, so they would have a place to stay. I was just like, yo, I got a single, Spring Fling is gonna happen, I got a big room. Like, I was sitting here planning everything. Oh, I just get so mad every single time I think about it, so I'm not gonna think about it. I just feel like some events are just like unmatched. It's usually the homecoming, Spring Fling or Spring Fest, you know, whatever which school kind of has, pageants, shows, like dance shows, all type of stuff like that. And I honestly think that's so cool. I went to a dance show and I was like, this is fire. Like, I promise you, like almost every single dance group like that I saw was just phenomenal. And I was just like, wow, like you won't see this everywhere. Like, you'll see it, but you won't see it everywhere. That's something that I feel like is kind of common at HBCUs, is like the dancers, you know, just the art part of it. It's just so beautiful. So now, like, the friendship.
I want to shout out to all my ill fly bitches, because I notice I get so much love from pretty fly bitches. You know, the bum bitches be hating, but it's expected.
I have met so many cool people through school, and I mean, I went to, I think it was like a PWI, and I made friends, but yeah, that ended. At Lincoln, I made so many like friends and associates that were actually really good people. It's just the whole entire what is it, like, I guess I'll say, like, the atmosphere, it wasn't bad. This is with every school, but you do have to find your crowd. When it comes to people, you're not gonna get along with everybody, and you have to accept that you're not gonna get along with everybody. I know personally, like, I didn't get along with everybody, and I didn't even look at it like it was a bad thing. I looked at it more of like a positive thing, because people always come and go. You just gotta make sure that you find a crowd of people that actually respect you and want the best for you, and they're going to keep it real with you. I also wanted to say about like HBCUs, like, the professors, they care. Like, they want you to succeed. They want you to, you know, get out of bed when you feel like you can't. They don't want you to just come to class, leave. Come to class, leave. They actually do want you to build a bond with them, and I feel like this goes for almost every school, but definitely with HBCUs, they don't want to see you fail. They want to see you rise above, you know, the stereotypes that's already put for us outside in this world. The professors care. Like, they really do care about you, and they want you to excel. I love that. Like, I promise you, I feel like I go to a PWI and I already know that I have to, like, not like bust my ass or nothing, because obviously college, you just gotta bust your ass, but like, I just feel like they're just gonna be like, she didn't go to class, she didn't come to class, Mark, she didn't wake up, Mark. Like, in HBCU, they really will ask, like, where are you? So let's get into the cons, right? Like I've seen debates about, you know, the bad about HBCUs, and I personally, I've agreed with some of them because it's true. This is something that a lot of people say about HBCUs. I feel like I've heard this multiple times. I feel like in certain senses I wasn't black enough, and I say that because like I'm Nigerian, so I grew up around Nigerian culture. So it's like you kind of grow up around that culture, you're not really exposed to the African American culture. And I don't know, I was a little confused half the time. One of the reasons I wanted to go to HBCU was because I wanted to figure out a lot more about the African American culture, because I wasn't exposed to it, not all of it at least. I didn't know about certain things, I didn't do certain things, and it was really like, I don't know, it kind of made me feel some type of way, in a sense where it's like I want to play, but you don't know how to play. So it's like I didn't want to sit there and have to be like, oh, like I'm this, I'm that, this type of person. I'm not gonna fake who I am, no, just to fit a certain type of, you know, a certain type of person. Now the second con I have, these are my formed opinions, but I did talk to people before I even like really got up with all my ideas. So I know one of the things that I had experienced was feeling kind of like everyone was trying to be like, who's the best black person? Who could be the better black person? I felt like we should all be able to stick together as people regardless of where we come from and what we have experienced. But I kind of felt like it was more of a, you know, who could be the best? Who could stand out the best? And girls alone, we already go through this competition stuff.
How y'all doing?
I guess like this is my last con because I don't really have too many problems with school in general, and if I feel like there is, I will bring it up. I've heard from multiple people that like at HBCU, like it's kind of cliquish. If you're a part of like this organization, or you're a part of this group, or you're a part of these like group of friends or these group of friends, you're not in there, you're not coming in. That's how it is. You're not in, you're not coming in. It's just how most people kind of move. So I was kind of confused at the way where it's like, I don't really feel like things should be that way. I just feel like I said, we should all be able to be open to each other. We're all at HBCU, and we're here all to be great. If I was to really sit here and tell you, do the pros outweigh the cons, or you know, vice versa, I personally will say it's all about your own perspective, and don't let anybody through a screen tell you where to go. Personally, I loved it. I loved the experience. Like, I cannot switch that experience for nothing in this world. So would I do it again? Yes. Would I do it back at the same school?
No.
I just wouldn't. There's just so many things just that the school needs to fix before I would decide to ever go back to that HBCU. Man, the HBCUs down south, that's where it said they lit and I would go. But anyway, next topic. So I wanted to talk about the dormings and like the bathrooms at my HBCU that I went to. It just wasn't giving. Actually, at school I lived in two different places. I lived in one building and it was just dirty. I was so happy that I had the opportunity to even switch to a different building. And the rooms, like, the rooms weren't horrible, but it was hot. There was no AC. I couldn't live in a place with no AC, and the room structure was not even good enough to not have no AC. The bathrooms, they weren't bad. The bathrooms weren't bad. I just feel as though it was too small for the fact that we had like a couple of girls on our floor, and then there was still like only 2 stalls. Made no sense. When I moved into my second building, I honestly, like, I loved it, and still upset that I had to leave so early. It was really gonna be a movie. I lived in a building where I had to share bathrooms with multiple girls, and apparently it's not supposed to be like that. It was supposed, whatever. I didn't really like that I had to share a bathroom, because I promise you the bathrooms were always dirty. I don't like dirty. Like, I cannot stand a dirty bathroom. Like, I'd be ready to lose my mind. Dorming though, dorming wasn't too bad. So like my room was like real close to the bathroom. So it's kind of like that was good in my favor that I didn't have to like run all the way down the hall to go to the bathroom. But dorming wise, I liked my room. Like, it was actually pretty spacious and it wasn't bad. I had one roommate and the room just pretty much worked. Like, she had her side, I had my side, and we just kind of like organized the room in a way where we had an even space. So it didn't really bother me. Like, I mean, personally at this age, I feel like every single person kind of wants their own space, kind of wants a single, but I ended up having a single anyway. Like, I ended up having a single, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the student body and the connection and population of the students. So we didn't have that many students. We had like around 2.1k students. I had a lot more students in my high school class than I did at college, which is kind of like the thing I didn't really like was that I personally don't like to see the same people every day. I'm a very like friendly person, so I kind of like to meet new people often, and I felt like I kind of saw the same people every day. So yeah, the student body connection was not too connected. It was connected only for bigger events. Like, even then it was kind of hard to make events happen. I don't know, the campus just seems so dead all the time and I was so confused. People kind of say that it's just this semester, which I honestly do believe. I used to watch videos and I used to follow people on Instagram when they went to Lincoln before I even went there, and I promise you the campus was going up. Damn. I know people kind of ask me like, was it lit? Typically they're lit. The past 2 semesters, I don't know, just put it away, put the whole vault away, because I don't know what happened. At the end of the day, I still love HBCUs regardless of the pros and cons that I experienced, but it will always be like, you know, it'll always be up there. Some things that happen over there I would tell my kids about. I feel like my experience also was cut short. I didn't even stay there for a full 2 semesters because of, you know, coronavirus. I'm still gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss my friends, the events, the atmosphere, but your girl is going to a new school anyways, so I'm gonna check my litness over there. It's still gonna be lit. My advice to everybody who is looking into HBCU or looking into that HBCU, one thing I'll definitely say is do your research. One stupid thing I didn't do is I did not go to Lincoln before I got there. Like, I've never seen the campus before.
Wait a damn minute.
I planned to visit, but I never really got the chance to visit. And that was so stupid of me. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, that was the dumbest thing I ever did. Like, oh, excuse me, no, that was the dumbest thing I ever did. I would always advise anybody, like, please look at the school, research the school. As for other HBCUs, just do your research and make sure that you are, you know, 100% ready for the HBCU experience, because you're gonna have a good time. Okay guys, so I'm about to get out of here. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Put on the notification bell to get notifications when I post new videos. And okay, now I can promise I'll be more consistent. My excuse was really school. I promise you, I was winding down from school and it was a lot of stress. Like, college is no joke. In the comments, you can definitely write back to me your opinions on HBCUs and how your experience was. If you attend one, if you attended the same one I did, just share your views. Since you're here, you might as well subscribe. Yeah.